This is Homesteading Worth It? Part 2.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Morgan Homestead. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Sandy. And the Vikings are playing today. We're winning so far. Kevin's going to go back in and watch the rest of the game. And I'm going to show you, it's been a few weeks since our last video. I'm going to show you all the winter prep we've done, all the work he's done out at the pig paddocks. I'll show you my greenhouse clean out. And then we'll talk a little bit at the end about whether we really think homesteading is worth it or not, for sure. So one thing we've done is this bed you see in front of me here is our garlic. We've got all of our garlic planted. This is our very first time growing garlic or attempting to grow garlic, and we're really excited about that. Okay, so since our last video, we've had snow, we've had rain, we've had all kinds of crazy weather, but Kevin worked very, very hard on getting our pigs all set up in their new paddocks. This time we showed you him setting them up, the fencing. He's since got everybody moved to the new paddocks. He's built, I think, 3 new houses. He's built about 8 of these feeders, put together several new waters. These are our girls. They think I'm here to feed them, but they would be wrong. So those are girls that are probably going to the processor in April. Let's move down here where it's a little quieter. Hi. And these ones will be next year sometime. Those are boys. We've got our big boy Zeus over here. He's one of our boars, our breeders. He's all set up. So he set up feeders in each area, new feeders, like I said. Brought them each a big bale of hay, which they just like to demolish and play in. So anyway, you can see he's got these really nice feeders that he set up. He's got them posts down into the ground to hold them in place. He's got these half barrels attached to pallets to hold them in place. Right? How they working out for you guys? You like them? Well, don't touch the fence. So since our last video, we've had 2 new litters. There's 3 of our mamas over there: Ginger, Pebbles, and Rose. Hi, ladies. So more piggies over here. I think we have, I guess I don't know the full count right now on pigs on the farm. It was 32, but these guys over here were born, I think they're 3 weeks old now. And this was a Zeus and Pepper litter, so they're all kind of black and white. What do you guys think, huh? What do you think? So Kevin just took Mama out of here. Well, been more than 3 weeks then. I'll have to put on the screen how old they are. He took Mama out today, and they're doing good. They're running around. He filled up their little A-frame here with lots of hay to keep them warm, but they seem to be doing good. They're eating feed now, so they'll do fine. But let me show you our newest litter. So here's Willow with her little ones. Looks like it's feeding time, so I'm not really gonna disturb her, but she's a really good mama. Now the daddy to this litter is right over there. Red. I don't know why I can't see him on the screen. Oh, he blends in with the background. Daddy's over there. Here's mama and babies. Little ones. There's daddy. There's Red. What? I don't have any snacks. I don't have any treats, babe. I'll bring you out some pumpkin later. So yeah, it's been a lot of work. Setting up all the winter paddocks, making all of these feeders, making all the waters for everyone, making additional huts, getting hay out to everyone. Let's see, you have a big bale of hay over there, Red. Here's my cows. Gotta say hi to my cows, Shadow and Buttercup, my little cuties. You want treats? I guess I'm okay. I guess I'm out here. I might as well give them a treat, and then I can show you their new building that Kevin made. All right, so you can see out here, Kevin also was busy building the cows a shelter for the winter. I insisted they have something. I know a lot of cows don't have shelters, but we get a lot of snow here in Minnesota sometimes, so let me show you that a little closer. Okay, so here's a little closer look at the shelter. They absolutely love it. They went in it before he was even done making it. He took a little break part way in between and came back out, and they were already laying in there like, hey, this is our house. So I think that'll be great to have this winter. I gotta give them another treat. So the ducks are still enjoying the pond. November 17th. There's not a lot of water in there. We just haven't had enough rain, but we're letting them enjoy it for now, but we need to get them soon down to the winter, a spot closer to the house. So where they'll be in the winter, I'll show you in a minute. But the trick is to capture these guys, because they're down here at the pond most of the day. They'll come down, we keep their food over by their duck house, and they'll come down and eat quickly, and then they rush right back down here. Like I don't know what the deal is. They eat quick and then boom, they're gone. So I don't know. There's a lot of males. You can see the ones with the white ring around the neck. Those are males. We need to reduce the population of males with this group. But anyway, they're fun. They're fun, but I'm worried about them. If you remember, if you followed us along with us, a couple years ago, we lost like 13 of our ducks. A predator discovered them down here at the pond, and we could not get them up by the house at all. And a predator took like 13 of them before they finally came hobbling back, the few that were left, back up to the house, and we got them fenced in again. But what we learned from that is not to let them out of their fenced-in area by the house in the protective area until they're fully grown. That's what happened, I think, is they were too small. So anyway, now we waited till they were fully grown. We haven't lost one yet. They seem very, very happy. But yeah, once this pond freezes up, there's no reason for them to come down here. And so we are working on setting up their winter area for them. Okay, the little ones are out and about. Now these guys are just a few days old. Aren't they just adorable? So it's just a fun mix of colors. Aren't you guys so cute? Aren't you guys so cute? Yes. She's just sniffing. But those babes are so cute. What are you doing? You licking my boot? These little ones are just getting all out and about, running around, enjoying themselves. Mama's just wanting to lick my boots. Oh, you guys are so cute. Goodness sakes. Your babies look cold, Willow. She's got so much hay in there. That's a lot different. A lot of our sows don't put hardly any hay in the hut. But she just piles it up and makes a little nest in there. Got some real adventurous little ones out here, huh, baby? Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here. No, go back to mama. Well, anyway, this is our newest litter. We're enjoying them. Willow's a real good mama. Babies look so cold. Oh my goodness. So Kevin did a lot of work getting the pigs all situated for winter, getting the paddocks all ready and them all set. One of my big contributions is the greenhouse, and I did a full greenhouse clean out, and I'm going to show you how that went. It's a lot of work. The hydroponic, growing things in hydroponics is a little extra work, but I think it's worth it. But I just want to show you what's all involved in breaking this all down. And then in the spring, I think I showed you how I set it all up. So full circle, this is how the clean out went this year. Okay, it's October 17th today. My mother-in-law's birthday. She passed away last year, so happy heavenly birthday to Shirley. So today's a day I took the day off, the afternoon off I should say, to get some farm chores done, and I'm out here in the greenhouse. And we woke up to like 17, I think it was actually 16 degrees temp the other day already. So I know a lot of people think you have this greenhouse, it's probably, you know, gonna last, plants out there will last, but when it's that cold at night, let me show you what you walk out to. The plants just obviously froze out. They're all toast. There's some peppers on some of them, but they are all wilted. I did get a last harvest pulled out of here, so I don't think I've lost much at all, but it's kind of funny how these flowers still look good. Today's the day now where I get to do the fun task of pulling all of this out of here and cleaning all of it up. Now, I would like to do like a time-lapse video of me doing all that work, but unfortunately I don't have enough space on my phone. Kevin's not here, and I don't know where our other camera is right now. So maybe next year I'll do that, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like now and then show you kind of bits and pieces as I get this job done. So here it is now. Yuck. Okay, I got the raised bed in the greenhouse kind of cleaned out. Let me show you progress. So what I have discovered, and I'm learning more about soil health. So you hear a lot about let it compost in place. I do have some peppers I let compost in place, but one thing I have learned is that the roots are really the most important part, because that is what is absorbing all the nutrients to feed the plant. So the roots hold a lot of good nutrients. So I've kept a lot of roots. I cut them off and left them in there. Also discovered that this tool is shot and I need a new one. So this is on my list for Christmas, I think, because I wasn't able to cut off a lot of the roots that I wanted to save because they were too thick. So anyway, that's my progress so far. So now I'm going to go along in these totes. These are hydroponic totes. If you follow me, you know that I do all my peppers on the sides of the greenhouse here in hydroponics. So there's water and nutrients in these totes that I need to get out. My first step is going to be cutting down these strings that's holding things in place and cutting the plants off, removing all of the tomato cages that are holding everything up. And then I will get to the next part, which will be pulling the roots out of the net cups and separating those. But this is what it looks like now. Okay, I got one side of the greenhouse, the totes all cleaned out. As you can see, it's pretty warm out. I had to take my sweatshirt off already. It's warm in the greenhouse anyways today. With the sun out, it does get very warm in here. I have both of the doors open and it's super windy out. So let me show you what I did. Got these all cleaned out. I throw everything on the floor for now. When I'm done, I will just go through and empty it all at once off the floor. But that's where I am. Now I got to work on the other side. All right, so I got the other side of the greenhouse cleaned out. Let me show you. So this is the other side. Those are all done. At least the plants are down. They're all on the ground. I'm going to leave them there until I get the root systems pulled and all of that foliage on top of the totes cleaned out. I have all my tomato cages stacked up here in the raised bed. This is a lot of work. It's a labor of love, but let me tell you, this greenhouse produced so well this year. I sold a lot of peppers at the farmer's market. I made a ton of cowboy candy out of all of my jalapenos, and I sold that at the farmer's market. Obviously kept a lot for myself and my family. I had family out that took a bunch of peppers and enjoyed it. So it's work, but it's definitely worth it to me. But I'm going to continue on with this clean out. The next thing I'm going to do is go along and I'll be pulling out the root systems out of all of the totes here. I'll be pulling out the roots here. They're in little net pots. This one's kind of gotten stuck. I have to pull this out, these net pots out, and I have to remove and save all of those little clay pebbles, because that's what I use to hold everything in place. And I save all of this and use it year after year. So let me get to work on that next. We move on to the next part. So I pulled this out of one of the totes. This is kind of what the root system looks like. So you see I have the clay pebbles that hold the plant in place. So I want to save all of those. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is try to get the loose ones out. If I move this around, a lot of them will fall out. And then I want to cut off these roots, and I definitely need a new cutter. But I'll cut these off. Like I say, I think I'm going to save some of these. I think they're good for the soil, a lot of nutrients in there. As soon as I get them cut off and I think I can pull this through, I'll usually give it a good twist. This is going to go in my pile. I'll get all the debris out of there. Clean out my clay pebbles. I'm saving those. I'm saving these for next year. On to the next. So I have like, I don't know, 100 of these to do. So I'll check back with you in a bit. So I pulled out all the plants. Look at my nice big pile of roots. So my stack of net pots that I'll use, and my bucket of clay pebbles. So now I need to go along these totes because a lot of the clay pebbles fell out and they're on top. I'm going to go along and pick all those up, and then I'm going to lift the tops off of these to get the debris off and onto the floor, and add it to my pile here. And then I gotta start on that side. We're getting there, guys. I'm out here in the greenhouse doing a clean out, and this teeny tiny little frog came to say hi. And this thing is super. Where's it gonna go? It is so small. I mean, let me zoom out. This thing is just teensy. Oh, there it goes. Hiding under the bed. Okay, it's getting to be evening time. I have to go in and start dinner. Kevin's dad comes over every night for dinner, so I have to start that. I didn't quite finish. I had taken the afternoon off of my day job to work on this. I thought I'd get it done in one afternoon, but it didn't happen. Let me show you what I did get. As I showed you before, that side cleaned out. Got most of the stuff picked up off the floor, but I need my broom. I got all of the net pots pulled out on this side and everything separated. I've got all my net pots piled up here and my clay pebbles. Everything will be washed before I use it again and sterilized. And here's my big pile of roots that I have here and here. As I said, I think I'm going to compost that into the soil in the raised beds here and also the raised beds out there. Okay, it's the next day. It's actually the afternoon. I'm finally getting back out here. I was going to get up bright and early and get back to this and tackle it, knock it out, but instead I had coffee, relaxed with my pups, and then I took a long hot shower, and then I went out and saw my cows and played with them and gave them treats and spent some time with the pigs. So I'm now, and then I made lunch for Kevin, so I'm finally getting back to this. So yeah, it's kind of a long process. It shouldn't take this long for the average person, but for me, I guess I'm kind of slow to go. But anyway, so let me spin you around. Back to this, I'm going to be cleaning out these totes, or the tops of the totes, and emptying them. I'm going to pour whatever nutrients and water that's left in them. I'm going to pour it in the raised beds, so to give them added nutrients for next year. I couldn't get myself to take these pretty flowers out here in this raised bed. They have been keeping me company, and the hanging flowers are still living up there. They just look so nice. So I don't know, I'm just gonna let them go until they die or whatever. But all right, I'm gonna get back to this and I'll show you my progress. Okay, a couple hours have gone by because I had a migraine and I had to go drink some water and rest for a bit, but I came back and I did get the greenhouse swept, so it's looking almost ready to be put to bed for the season. So all I have to do now is clean the tubs. They're all outside, but unfortunately that's not going to happen today because my head is still not doing great. So maybe tomorrow I'll get that part done. Okay guys, it's official. My totes are all cleaned and stacked and ready to go for next year. I have all of my outdoor furniture stored in here, so the greenhouse can be closed up, and we'll see it. We'll open it up again probably in May. Another quick update, Kevin got the ducks all in their winter enclosure here. We have the fence up, so they've got a nice big area. It goes under the solar panels, so when we get snow, maybe they can go under there. So they have a nice big area here. They're all settled down, as you can see. The first week they were quite frantic. They were trying to get out, but now they have accepted their fate, it looks like. And they have a lot of room. On the left is the chicken tractor that has their food and water. The duck house is on the right that has pine shavings to keep them warm at night. They have an automatic door that closes to keep them safe in there. If we get a lot of snow, we'll probably take the fence down because that won't, last with a lot of snow. But by then they should be trained to stay in this area. So the pond will be frozen, so they should come back at night. One final update, Kevin got our chicken run all wrapped with plastic. Well, almost all wrapped. There's one section that's missing. I like to put like a clear plastic on the part by the roosting bars in there so that they can see out. I would like it all to be a clear plastic. Someday I think we're going to invest in getting the plastic that's on the door for the whole run for the winter, but it's really expensive to buy that. So we've been using this for a couple years and they can't see through it as well, and that bothers me. But we have to put something here in Minnesota because of the wind and the blowing snow. I mean, they wouldn't be able to really go in the run at all if we didn't have it wrapped. So they have a nice big area to go in, so I feel good about that. I like to make sure that they have, you know, access to their food and water. We have a heated water bowl in there, so they're good to go for the winter. As soon as we get that clear plastic on that part there, we should be good. That's a wrap. We are ready for winter. Bring on the snow. Okay, so we need to answer the question finally, is homesteading worth it? Right off the top, I would say yes. What about you?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a lot of work, but there's a lot of satisfaction from growing your own food and raising your own food.
Yeah. I mean, homesteading is different, means different things to different people. For us, it means we're trying to raise and grow as much of our own food here on our property as we possibly can. And that's not for, I mean, mainly it's because we want to know where it came from, how it was grown, what goes into it, what doesn't go into it. There's a lot of stuff that's going into food that shouldn't be.
Well, we wanted it close. You know, we didn't want it. I mean, today food comes from all over the country. It's not next door like it used to be, 50, 60 years ago. And the more the food is touched, the more chance there is for contamination.
Right, as we're seeing in the news now with all these recalls on beef and all the other stuff that's being
onions
recalled.
And carrots. And,
I mean, it's crazy.
It is.
It's just like, so if we don't grow it here, we try to buy it from or source it from a nearby farmer. We have cows now, but we're not ready for that yet. So we try to buy
a few years for that. But
yeah, we try to buy our beef then from a local neighbor.
Yeah, someplace close, something we know is fresh and we know how it was raised.
Yeah, and at the farmers market, which we participated in all summer long, we tried to buy as much of our produce and things like that from other farmers that we know is organic or growing locally. So we did that too. So I mean, it is a lot of work, and the hydroponics is a lot of work for me, but it's totally worth it. Yeah, I don't know, it's fun, it keeps us busy. Kevin works so hard with the animals and the setup, and there's always so much work to do out there.
Always something to do, something break, something to fix.
Yeah, so I mean, I'd say we're not in the black, like as far as our pig business. Whatever money we make ends up going right back into it right now. So
we had to build everything from scratch. I mean, there was nothing here, so there was a lot of work and a lot of money going into just building the infrastructure and getting everything set. But once that's set up, it's done.
Yeah, I mean, except we keep refining our processes and changing things, and that adds more expense. Expanding. But I mean, for us, I mean, I think we'll continue to raise pork here and sell it at the farmers market. It's so much fun to see the joy of our customers coming back and saying, "Oh my gosh, that was the best pork chop I've ever had," or "That's the best pork steak I've ever had," and pre-ordering 30 pounds of our breakfast sausage because they love it so much. I mean, that's what keeps us going. That's what kind of motivates us, and to continue on with homesteading. And I love growing peppers. I always grow more than we can eat, so I've been selling those at the farmers market, and people are loving those, so I'm going to continue to do that. So for us, I'd say homesteading is totally worth it.
Yep.
And we will continue on. We hope that we're encouraging other people. We're not spring chickens. I'll be 62. Kevin is 60. We hope that we're encouraging people to do it and even start small steps. Get chickens for eggs, get chickens for meat if you can.
Yeah, chickens is a good thing to start with for sure.
Definitely. And I think on the next video, we're going to show you meat chickens start to finish. So we'll show you how, what it's like to get them, how we raise them on the pasture, and then process them. And it's a pretty short time frame, if you get meat chickens, it only takes 2 months to grow them out. So, and we fed them organically this time, and the meat is fantastic. So, I mean, you could even start by getting just a few meat chickens that you raise in your backyard or something. I don't know, but we hope we're encouraging you. We'll continue to show content when we can, and I think that's probably it for this one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Thank you. Bye for now.